Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hidden Brick, where today we're doing the third and final part of the build of the LEGO City Deep Sea Operation Base. So we've started the Deep Sea Operation Base. It's kind of like the name of the set, but it's the last thing you build because there's all these other little accessory buildings, and then there's also the seaplane that we built as well. So it would make it a long video or a long set title if they called it Deep Sea Operation Base with seaplane and underwater apparatus and shark and buried treasure. So they have to, call it something. So we are on to bag number 6 right here. We basically have 3 bags left. There's not many elements left in these bags. And like I said, it's just the Deep Sea Operation Base element that we're building, or that we're finalizing. We've already started building it. So it should go fairly quickly. So, got all that dumped out. So we have a couple little accessory pieces for inside the base. We're going to do a fire extinguisher, clip on right there. We have a lightsaber handle with a trans yellow tile on it that equals a flashlight. So that'll clip in up there. We have a harpoon gun that will go right there. So that's it for those little accessory pieces. Zoom back out a little bit. Move this to the side. There we go. We can see everything now. So we have some more of these little, these round 2x2 bricks are rolling away from me everywhere. Every time I move the bricks, they want to roll away. So we're continuing to build up the walls of the Operation Base. We have a 1x1 with a clip. Goes there. And another 2x3 brick right there. Alright. Now it's time to put some plates on the top. Whoops. We'll pretend like that didn't happen, because once we get it all up on there, it doesn't even look. It didn't even happen, okay? So don't tell your mom or dad what you just saw. It's our little secret. Alright. Good there. And one more plate. A 2x3 plate. There we go. That brick that goes there. Those will help interlock everything together. Inverted slope brick there. Alright, so next we have a 1x6. We have these long bricks go all the way across. Have a 1x2, 1x6, and another 1x2. Three of these 6x6 plates. Top it off. And a 2x2 right there. Alright, so next we're going to use up some of these round bricks that are trying to roll away from me. So we have basically this assembly that we're going to make 4 of. So we start with an anti-tile, 2 of the light bluish gray round bricks, and then we slide a 5 long Technic axle. that just shot out of my hand. Sorry, kicking the tripod of the camera too. Making a mess here. Alright. That right there. Another anti-tile. Alright, this is the 4th one. That axle goes in there. So we take our operation base and we slide it over on its back. And these slide through those pieces that are exposed. Oh, oops. I'm gonna have to pull this off real quick because I forgot there's a dark bluish gray plate in between the anti-tile and the first brick. So, easy little fix, but still, I should have been paying attention to the instructions a little bit better. And the reason I noticed that I missed it was when I tried to put it in here, it didn't quite go all the way down because our axle was not going deep enough into this leg area. Alright, there we go. So you see it kind of creates this pedestal system that the base can stand on the sea floor and not be, resting directly on it. We have these double wide bow shapes, and we're going to use our final sticker. So that's kind of when we know we're getting close to finishing a set, is when we're almost done with all the stickers. So it's our standard Lego Deep Sea Diver emblem. Alright, we have some decoration stuff that we're going to add to the top of this. Some sloped bricks. Sloped bricks. And we have 4 of these structural column truss type pieces. Actually 3, sorry. Put some of these bow shapes, they'll attach everything together. One more right here. One more slotted tile there. So we have a 1x1 brick, a headlight brick, 1x1 and a headlight brick, some tiles, and then these 1x2 modified plates with a clip on them. Okay. That's more of those lights that we built down at the bottom, basically the same. Move that to the side. We have a little sub build to make, something slightly not really different, but not yet attaching it to the main model. Alright, so these are basically, looks like the air tanks that supply the air for the undersea operation base. Oops. That. So those both go on those jumper tiles. There. Next we have the hoses that connect the air tank to the headlight brick, so that more or less lets the air go inside the base. And that hose also connects to that little clip to help hold it on. We have our little dome windows to allow observation outside of the base. Now we have one more little element to make. Whoops. Dropping all kinds of stuff today. A couple anti-tiles. Let's see, turn this over this way. That and that. And this is the door that goes on the side. So I wonder how that works. They probably have they would have some sort of chamber in there, so when they open this, obviously all the water is going to go in. But then when they close it, they could drain all the water out and not completely flood the undersea operation base. Alright, so that completes bag number 6. So we are now on to bag number 7, and it also begins the 5th and final instruction book. So they broke this set into 5 instruction books, 8 bags total as well. And if you've been following along and watching all the parts, you've noticed how each bag kind of builds a little portion at a time, so it makes for what Lego likes to call a easy start build. Alright. And I don't mind it at all, to be honest with you. It definitely makes for more bags, but it makes for like I said, a little more streamlined and simplified build, especially for the younger builders that may get their fingers may start to hurt as they're building it, or they may get burnt out. But there's all kinds of different builders out there. You know, even young kids. I've heard or seen of kids building a large set without ever moving from their chair. They just are just so addicted to building that it doesn't matter how many bags are in there. They just keep on going, which I think is cool. If I had the time, that's definitely what I would do. I'd just build nonstop. Let's see. This plate there. Zoom out a bit so we can see what's going on. Move that to the side. This one goes there. inverted slope. Brick. This probably works better if I keep it on the table. Alright, I have 2 more of these 6x6 plates. Let's see, long plates. Tiles. I have a couple more tiles. Alright, so these are more of the legs, similar to the ones we built for the out of the other bag. Actually, they are identical to the ones we built out of the other bag. And this time I'm going to put the plate on. I'm not going to forget it. Over, insert one of these on each corner. Turn it back around, see it's raised up. And we have 2 of these. Looks like I used the wrong color somewhere. I should have a dark bluish gray. Oh well. Do that. Bring this portion of the platform over, and that hinged brick attaches just like that. So you can see it's getting pretty large. And that completes bag 7. So like I said earlier, these are not many elements left in the bags. So we're on to the 8th and final bag now. Another small bag in the big bag. Dump those elements to the side. This is a box of string. Looks like there's going to be some sort of hook element or something on here. Alright. So we're going to begin that plate. A plate. 1, 2, 3. Another plate. And then 2 more bricks. And 1 more plate. That all attaches there. We have 1 more hinged brick that'll go on the top. That'll help that hinge nice and smoothly. Put a couple plates up there. Now we have 3 more of these girder type pieces. Let's go in the corners. That sloped piece, a slotted tile, and a 1x2 plate there. So these long bricks that we're going to use a couple of them. There's actually 3 more remaining after I put that one on there. So we've got a lot of long bricks to use. So we're going to build 2 of these identical elements that are going to use some of these long bricks. Like that. Oops, didn't quite center that. By 3. All right. So these 2 attach there and right there. So that fits perfectly on there. We have 2 red studs that we're gonna stack and then put right here in these corners. Alright. Next up is a little platform type thing that will slide across the back, or I guess the top of this thing. These long, sweeping, curved bricks. Turn it over. Some plates. This 4x4 plate has a square hole in the bottom of it. Little rail receptacle bricks. And some inverted slopes. So we have that. So there's a string with a hook that we're supposed to put through this thing. I'm actually not going to string it or hook it because it takes me way too long to try to get that done. So I'm just going to show you how this little arm that rotates it works. So we basically create this this little twist knob, and then we slide that through this. This is where the string would be attached to, and then that simply goes right there on the top, and then you would thread the string through this hole and then attach the hook to it. So now this whole piece slides in right there, so that brick that had the rail receptacle slides right on that rail. And now we're going to put a couple more of these red studs on the corners to lock that in place. Two more of these long, or one more of the brick, and then a 1x1 brick. We have 2x2 tiles that will cover up those red studs and then also lock everything in place. Have a light. We have a light. We have a little ladder there at the bottom. Now we're going to make another air tank piece. Looks like that. So this looks like our spare air tank that goes there. And just like that, we have completed the build of the deep sea operation base. So I believe that this guy will go here, and that's what that hook is for, is you can hook onto this little ring that's on the top, and then that guy can park there. We have this opens up to allow access and playability of the inside here. So I'll go ahead and put our deep sea explorer, scientist type lady in there. You can see her in there working away. And don't forget everything else that we built from the first couple bags. We have this pod. We have some more minifigures. Shark, of course. Always like the sharks. And there's the buried treasure. And who could forget the seaplane? So a lot of cool stuff going on in the set. So it's so much I can't even get it all in the frame here. There we go. That's a little bit better. So really cool set, a lot of cool playability, a lot of nice selection of parts if you're looking for a cool part pack. So if you want to disassemble this and make something else, you should have a lot of flexibility with all these parts. So yeah, I really like it. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Tell me your thoughts. Put a comment down below if you watched all 3 parts. Let me know. I'm curious if people like to watch all the parts or if they just watch part 1 and move on. So let me know if you watched all of them, and subscribe if you like these kind of videos. This is all I do on this channel. It's builds of official LEGO sets. So if you like it, you're at the right spot. So subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.